Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star original continent based on novel. So let's start. Luo Feng looked at the two fragments of the pulling traces diagram floating far away, then at the 81 swaying black vines, which exuded a vast power, as he thought to himself, even if I were to execute, I am the universe together with Golden Kingdom and Cold Fog Sector. I might only be able to suppress Dream Ancestor's domain. That Devil Island vine would still be able to beset me. One-on-one, even if Skywolf Master possessed Dream Ancestor's domain, he would still dare to brave it out. But if the two pinnacle true treasures, Devil Island vine and Dream Ancestor's domain, were to be combined, he would meet the end of his resources, helpless and without hope. Ice Mountain Master was more decisive and straightforward. The moment he realized this fragment was hopeless, he gave up immediately. Luo Feng, let's go, he said. We shall go get the other fragments of pulling traces diagram. Okay. Luo Feng nodded and looked at the faraway fragment of the pulling traces diagram, with great reluctance, before transforming into a beam of light and flying off. The black sky wolf flew towards the two fragments of pulling traces diagram, feeling extremely pleased. Human Luo Feng. Ha ha. You mere humans want to contend with us demons. What a joke. Humph. In earlier years, when you were all weak, you showed such arrogance. Now that you have become a universe master, you are still not my match. Skywolf, there is still a fragment of pulling traces diagram far away, and I am making my way there, Remote Lord Master informed him via voice transmission. Okay, Skywolf Master was quick to agree. The other fragments of pulling traces diagram here are drifting further apart, and the majority are not that big. They are not worth our joint efforts. We shall split for now and seek the other fragments of the pulling traces diagram separately. Maybe we are able to obtain more that way. Luo Feng and Ice Mountain Master were quick to separate and seek the random fragments, too. After all, there was only a total of close to 20 universe masters. The number of fragments of pulling traces diagram was more than the number of universe masters. If two universe masters were to act together, although it would greatly boost the success rate of obtaining fragments, they would lose out in chances to fight for more fragments. Unless they were in a situation similar to the previous one, where one fight could earn them something that was comparable to 6 or 7 fragments, it was not a preferred method to join hands in a battle. It's mine. Ice Mountain, stay away from this piece. 9 Remoteness Master, you are here too. Without a domain-type true treasure, how can you defeat us? The battles for contention grew serious. The interlayer of this space had been formed when close to 20 universe masters from the top 9 powers exerted their powers. Some of them were blessed with natural strength, like Ice Mountain Master and Candace Devil Master, while some had extremely strong true treasures, like Remote Lord Master, Skywolf Master, and Sea Lotus Master. All of these universe masters were executing their techniques. I am the universe. During the process of fighting for the fragments of pulling traces diagram, Luo Feng had used I am the universe twice, and to his best efforts. Yet even though he had used it twice, he could only obtain a fragment once. This showed how intense the fights were. While universe masters of the top 9 powers were individually exerting their powers, fighting like crazy for those fragments, in the void space in the distance, Black Universe Creator's gigantic flaming palm had grabbed hold of that black godly wood. Strange object obtained, said Black Universe Creator in a voice that was low and powerful. With a slight turn of his flaming head, he looked far into the void space, where chaotic battle raged. Previously, it was because Yuan Ao Master had been constantly on the run while Black Universe Creator remained in hot pursuit. The self-destruction of Yuan Ao Master had happened at a position that was very far from the pulling traces diagram. I thought I would need to pay a hefty price to find this strange object, thought Black Universe Creator, and I was quite prepared to offer some true treasures to the top 9 powers. Who would have thought I could get it so easily? Black Universe Creator's eyes scanned his surroundings. In a faraway spot within the void space, there were fragments flying about randomly at high speeds, colliding into a gigantic shield, sending the shield tumbling and flying off in a frenzy. Shield. Round hammer. Holy Grail. Grey armor. One after another, true treasures were scattered and flying off randomly in all directions within that void space. Previously, when Yuan Ao Master self-destructed, the force that emanated was frighteningly powerful. Even his world ring had cracked and shattered. Some ordinary materials and objects were annihilated to nothing. Only some of the precious true treasures could survive the impact. Numerous true treasures were flying off in random directions, and because of the collisions with countless other fragments flying at high speeds at random, these true treasures changed course and flew off in other directions too. With this object, I have achieved my goal. Black Universe Creator looked at the chaotic battle going on far away. These true treasures are scattered all over the place. If I were to go fight for some, the traveling alone would require a long time. I would probably be able to get 1 or 2 treasures. To me, I am content with a self-protection type supreme true treasure, and the strange godly wood for attacking purposes. As for the various true treasures scattered all over, since flying there would already be time-consuming, I will just leave it to the rest to toil through the battles. I am leaving. The golden-flamed figure speedily flew up into the sky and vanished amidst the vast, chaotic space. There had not been many fragments of the pulling traces diagram in the first place. With nearly 20 universe masters from the top powers of the primal universe fighting their best to obtain these fragments, it only took a short moment for everything that could be seen in space to be taken by eager seekers. The stronger beings with more powerful true treasures like Candace Devil Master and Golden Horn Master naturally had an edge above the rest, while those who were extremely skilled in controlling time and space would have a small advantage over the rest. Luo Feng had not managed to seize much, merely 2 fragments, yet he used his Golden Kingdom to help Ice Mountain Master, who was already an extremely powerful being. After all, if the area under the influence of Golden Kingdom expanded, then no matter where Ice Mountain Master wanted to seize something from, with Golden Kingdom supplementing him, he would succeed no matter what. This made him invincible. This has been quite rewarding, Ice Mountain Master said, expressing his gratitude via voice transmission. I must thank you, Luo Feng, for your help. With your Golden Kingdom assisting me, together with my top-tier domain-type true treasure and my personal power, I have seized an amount that is comparable to Candace Devil Master, which is a total of 5. Adding on to the 2 you seized, we humans have managed to obtain a total of 7, which is considered quite a feat. A pity the demons managed to obtain 2 fragments that were much bigger. What a pity. This time, among the 9 top powers, the distribution was as such: some got more, the others got less. The Space Beast Alliance topped the list, obtaining a total of 10. The 9 Territory Alliance was at the bottom of the list with merely 3. Of course, the judgment could not be based solely on superficial numbers, because the fragments of the pulling traces diagram were different in size. A larger piece could be the equivalent of many small ones. While Skywolf Master and Remote Lord Master of the Demon Clan might have obtained a total of 5 altogether, the total area obtained by adding all the fragments of the pulling traces diagram might not lose out much to that of the Space Beast Alliance. The Space Beast Alliance has Golden Horn Master, said Flame Emperor. The Prison Clan has Candace Lord Master. And humanity has Ice Mountain Master, who, in turn, has Golden Kingdom as empowerment. The Demon Clan actually brought along 2 of Dream Demon ancestors, extremely powerful true treasures. These 4 top powers have already seized more than half of the total, with each possessing about 1/6 of the total. Universe Masters had everything that happened within battlefields at their fingertips. They were also very clear about how much they obtained. The exchange of blows this time around was also a clear demonstration of Luo Feng's capability. Endless golden light, and the ability to control time and space. He is much stronger than a Universe Master, who only wields the power to control a part of time and space. And that endless golden light seemed to be activated and catalyzed by the 4 silver wings. His true treasure wings may lose out a little to a pinnacle domain-type true treasure in terms of power, but when it could control time and space, this was simply unbelievable. Its value is completely comparable to that of a pinnacle domain-type true treasure. Humph! If he did not have that golden light space and time domain, Ice Mountain Master would never have been able to seize so many fragments of the pulling traces diagram. Skywolf Master and some other universe masters were now coveting Luo Feng's true treasures. But their helplessness outmatched their desires. Luo Feng was someone who had single-handedly killed over 6,000 universe knights from the three major alliances. They just had to let their desires go, albeit with great reluctance. Sitting Mountain Guest is so biased, said Flame Emperor. He only gave me original soul and Yangshan halberd. And force armor was only on loan when I needed it. When Luo Feng entered the picture, I had to return it to Luo Feng. Flame Emperor's heart was filled with hatred. Sitting Mountain Guest even gave the supreme true treasure, Star Tower, to Luo Feng. Force armor and Star Tower. I was aware that he had given them to him, but his true treasure wings that can control time and space. How rare and unique they are. Only someone like Sitting Mountain Guest could possibly own it, and he actually gave it to Luo Feng. What bias? Just wait, just wait. I may not have gotten as much as you, but I will trample on you, and one fine day, I may even be able to be like Teacher Origin, who has everyone, even Sitting Mountain Guest, at his feet. Throughout the universe, rampaging the universe. I am the universe. Flame Emperor was so overwhelmed that it filled his entire heart. There are true treasures a distance from here. Those are the true treasures that Yuan Ao Master left behind after he self-destructed. Black Universe Creator actually left. Hurry up, true treasures. A universe supreme being who was a lone wanderer, with nothing to worry about and nothing to hold him back, had gained a strange godly wood. Maybe to Black Universe Creator, the only thing left that could attract him was a supreme true treasure. As for those true treasures that Yuan Ao Master had left behind after his death, they were nothing worthy to Black Universe Creator. It's the same reason why Sitting Mountain Guest could give such a great amount of valuables to his disciples without any regrets. Why? Because he had enough for himself, with nothing to worry about and nothing to hold him back. So there was nothing more he required. Those that became excess would only be stored in the treasure vault, never to see daylight again. On the contrary, Space Ancestor and Huge Axe Creator both led their races. They had responsibilities to take care of, so they valued and held other pinnacle true treasure with high regard. One by one, the universe masters flew off in various directions at top speed. Yuan Ao Master left behind quite a sizable amount of valuable treasures, after being annihilated, but as his godly body self-destructed with such great might, all his true treasures had been rocketed in all directions. All of them had landed very far from where Yuan Ao had self-destructed, and unfortunately, also very far apart from one another. The universe masters could only choose one target, and head in that specific direction. Luo Feng locked his eyes on the Holy Grail right away. Sand Cup. That Holy Grail was originally named Sand Cup. It was also known as Flame Sand Cup, and was one of the top-tier domain-type true treasure under Yuan Ao Master's possession. Previously, this Sand Cup was what Yuan Ao Master had used to release that domain of flame. The armor, shield, hammer, and everything else are all useless to me, said Luo Feng. To maximize the full potential of my Golden Kingdom, I will need a top-tier domain-type true treasure that matches it well. Then, together with my miniature universe, even in the face of a pinnacle domain-type true treasure, I am pretty sure the combination of these three would be difficult to suppress. Naturally, Luo Feng was determined to get his way, but at that moment, Skywolf Master was also making his way over rapidly from another direction. Skywolf Master, Golden Horn Master, and Sea Lotus Master, who owned pinnacle domain-type true treasures, were all giving full play to their treasure's power, continuously colliding with one another from afar. Luo Feng's endless golden light moved to form a complete cover, but without colliding with the others. The other universe masters were unable to control time and space, unable to use their domain to their advantage, or even worse, unable to detect the position of some true treasures that were slightly further away. That's mine. Skywolf Master flew over at top speed. It's mine, said Luo Feng. Both attempted to shift the flame sand cup nearer to them by exerting control over the true treasure from afar. However, it was obvious that Skywolf Master's pinnacle domain type true treasure was a notch stronger. Luo Feng and Skywolf Master were closing in on the sand cup without so much as a pause. When they were both around 60 million miles away from the sand cup, and when there was only Luo Feng and Skywolf Master left within that 60 million mile area, Luo Feng's eyes flashed a sharp look. The seizure of treasures has to come to an end, and this sand cup must fall in my hands, he announced. I am the universe. Because he had his golden horned beast body to replenish his godly power, his equal's original earthling body was able to stay at its pinnacle condition. The vast void space fell into darkness in an instant. A chaotic airflow spread outward. Within this miniature universe, at a diameter of 60 million miles, there were only two souls, Luo Feng and Skywolf Master. Is that the chaotic world that has been shrunken to a miniature size? Said Skywolf Master. Skywolf Master was shocked. This operation had been rather delightful, and the number of fragments of the pulling traces diagram obtained was plentiful. If he could finish things off by obtaining this top-tier domain-type true treasure, everything would be perfect. But one look at this endless chaotic airflow, and he knew right away that Luo Feng was going to use his strongest technique. Human Luo Feng, it's just you alone, said Skywolf Master, yet you wish to fight me. The black form of Skywolf Master flew amidst the endless chaotic airflow, but his voice alone was able to make the surrounding chaotic airflow tremor and disperse. Luo Feng looked at Skywolf Master in the distance. He hadn't had any power to resist Skywolf Master before. He was a top-tier universe master when it came to mind, willpower, techniques, and true treasures. Even if he had a weaker godly body, with his true treasures, he didn't need to fear any universe master. Humph. That Yuan Ao master had the godly wood, and even he couldn't defeat me. Luo Feng thought. As for this Skywolf Master, he's the weakest among the 19 universe masters, and he's inferior to Flame Emperor. The only edge he has is Dream Ancestor Domain. I can combine Miniature Universe, Golden Country, and 9 Tiger River to suppress him. I might have a weaker godly body, so I can't rival those powerful universe masters. However, a mere Skywolf Master. Humph. Luo Feng didn't even consider Skywolf Palace a challenge. Ha ha ha. You want to fight me with this small chaos world, roared Skywolf Master. I have a true treasure from Dream Demon Ancestor, and I'll let you see the true power of the true treasure. Get away. The dreamland formed by the colorful traces blasted everywhere, and hit the membrane of Luo Feng's miniature universe. However, that miniature universe consumed 10% of Luo Feng's godly body, and it was formed by his supreme technique. It was not that easy to break. Skywolf Master, this Dream Ancestor Domain is all you've got. Luo Feng shouted. Just watch me break this Dream Ancestor Domain. Let's see how you're going to fight me after that. An endless golden river flooded out and permeated the surrounding space. Ha ha. Dream Ancestor Domain is a pinnacle domain type true treasure, said Skywolf Master. You want to? Ah? Skywolf Master was shocked. That colorful dreamland started to clash, and with the help of Golden Country and Miniature Universe, the Golden River was unstoppable. The dreamland was like a huge star domain. It tried to expand, but it was forced to contract under the power of the Golden River. Impossible. This is a true treasure of Dream Demon Ancestor. It won't lose. Break. 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 The green eyes of Skywolf Master glinted with fierceness. Dream Ancestor Domain formed a dreamy domain. It kept hitting the Golden River, but it kept retreating and getting smaller. You're destined to lose. Luo Feng guffawed. It's useless. Golden Country and Ice Fog Sector combined, and they were already able to rival the ordinary pinnacle domain type true treasures. This was only slightly weaker than Dream Ancestor Domain. As for Miniature Universe, it was more powerful than Ice Fog Sector. Miniature Universe, Golden Country, and 9 Tiger River. The combination of these three was slightly more powerful than Dream Ancestor Domain. Trap! Luo Feng shouted. He wasn't far from Skywolf Master, who was in the area of 9 Tiger River. The Golden River covered Skywolf Master like a huge egg, and the Dream Ancestor domain remained around Skywolf Palace like a yolk. How is it possible? Dream Ancestor domain is being suppressed. Skywolf Master was shocked. Once Luo Feng performed Miniature Universe, he immediately trapped and suppressed Skywolf Palace with the aid of Golden Country and 9 Tiger River. However, Luo Feng faced a difficult choice. Miniature Universe can only be maintained for 9 seconds every time it's performed. Even if I fly in light speed, I can only travel several million kilometers in 9 minutes. I'm now 18 million kilometers away from Skywolf Master, and almost 100 million kilometers away from the Flame Sand Cup. I can't get to Skywolf Master, or get the Flame Sand Cup solely by flying. I have to use my Mosha body. Mosha body could teleport himself several hundred times in 1 second, and he could travel several million kilometers every second. It would take around 30 seconds to travel 100 million kilometers. It would take around 5 seconds to travel 18 million kilometers. The most important thing is to get Flame Sand Cup. Luo Feng didn't dare take any risks. He moved his mind, and Mosha body showed up. Phantoms appeared in the Golden River. They came from Mosha body moving at its greatest speed. He traveled 400 times every second, and it took him 24 seconds to get to the Flame Sand Cup. The Flame Sand Cup was a strange, transparent cup filled with sand. Halos surrounded the sand. Mosha body took Flame Sand Cup and put it in the world ring. Then he performed his inherited technique domain again, and rushed toward the original Earthling original. It took him another 24 seconds to get back to the original Earthling body, and get back into the world ring. Luo Feng laughed. He had to maintain, I am the universe, so he couldn't get into the world ring. 10% of his godly body was consumed every 9 seconds, and around 60% of his godly body was gone. He had performed it twice, while fighting for the pulling traces diagram. Fortunately, he had Golden Horned Beast body to supply the godly power, so the original Earthling body was still at its best status. However, Golden Horned Beast was extremely weak now. After Luo Feng fought Yuan Ao Master, he went back to his god country once and filled the godly power. Damn it! The black form of Skywolf Master broke the golden waves, with the dreamy light domain around his godly body. However, after a few dozen seconds, he saw Luo Feng get the valuable. Although he tried his best, the golden waves were too broad, and with the Golden Country and Miniature Universe, he wasted all his time. Miniature Universe disappeared. Skywolf Master, you had Yumo Master to help you last time, and that was how you got the fragment of the pulling traces diagram, said Luo Feng. How dare you fight me alone this time? If it weren't for Dream Ancestor domain, I would crush you so badly that you could only resort to hiding in your Skywolf Palace. Luo Feng guffawed. This infuriated Skywolf Master. Human Luo Feng, are you really comparing yourself to me? You were suppressed even after practicing for such a long time, and you think it's an honor. Luo Feng shook his wing, took back Space Seal, and flew into the distance. Skywolf Master floated in the sky, watched, and clenched his teeth. Damn it. It was exceedingly difficult for a Universe Master to kill another Universe Master unless the power gap between them was significant, so most of the fights were about esteem. Skywolf Master and Yumo Master had suddenly utilized the two incredible True Treasures Dream Ancestor Domain and Devil Islet Vine, so they could surely get the fragments. However, he had fought Luo Feng for that Flame Sand Cup with Dream Ancestor Domain, but he lost the fight. It was like a slap in the face from Luo Feng. Damn it, grumbled Skywolf Master. That human nobody, he dared to. He dared to. Skywolf Master recalled that he had been bestowed Dream Ancestor Domain because of a special situation, and he needed to return it to Dream Demon Ancestor. He was suppressed even with Dream Ancestor Domain, if he hadn't had that. The more he thought about it, the more ashamed he got. I should have killed Luo Feng when I saw the first time. Skywolf Master clenched his teeth. He saw Yumo Master look at him. I'm coming. Skywolf Master teleported himself and went toward him. Luo Feng had rescinded the Space Seal, so Skywolf Master was able to teleport. Perhaps all the Universe Masters, and also Black Universe Creator, thought that they had suffered a loss compared to other great beings, but they had all benefited big time. The only unlucky one was Yuan Ao Master, who had self-destructed. Luo Feng met Ice Mountain Master. Ha ha ha. I saw that Skywolf Master suffered losses, and you defeated him. Ice Mountain Master smiled. Luo Feng smiled. I got Flame Sand Cup. Flame Sand Cup. Ice Mountain Master's eyes gleamed, and he praised Luo Feng. Impressive, Luo Feng. Flame Sand Cup is a top-tier domain-type true treasure. Each top-tier domain-type true treasure is precious. Like that Blade River Luo. The components are scattered, and it'll take a long time to find all of them. Like your teacher, Star River Master, many well-known Universe Masters are using top-tier domain-type true treasures. Luo Feng nodded. The uncle in front of him was also using a top-tier domain-type true treasure. Actually, the reason why so many of them carry pinnacle true treasures is because of the mega struggle, said Ice Mountain Master. Most of them don't own pinnacle true treasures themselves, but were lent them by Universe Supreme Masters. It's only been a short time since you became a Universe Master, but you possess better true treasures than many Universe Masters. Luo Feng smiled. Like Skywolf Master, he was only using a top-tier true treasure, and Skywolf Palace was only a senior Flying Palace type true treasure. All your true treasures, wing, weapon, armor, and Flame Sand Cup, are incredible, Ice Mountain Master complimented. It's just slightly inferior to your teachers. During the conversation, they broke the space and went back to the Yuan Ao secret region. 3 beings flew toward them. They were 9 Remoteness Master, Yunnan Master, and Anaconda Master. Luo Feng, do you want to go to the Ancestral God School? Said 9 Remoteness Master. Luo Feng smiled. 9 Remoteness Master, I've reported it to Ancestral God, and the task is finished. Now that Ancestral God knows, I don't need to get back. I need to go back to the human territory. Milky Way Horde leader will separate here. Yunnan Master and Anaconda Master stood beside 9 Remoteness Master. The golden light shone, and 9 Remoteness Master, Yunnan Master, and Anaconda Master went into the golden light and disappeared. Luo Feng turned around and looked to Ice Mountain Master. Uncle, let's go. Sure. Ice Mountain Master nodded. A green light shone, and Luo Feng and Ice Mountain Master left and went back to the human territory. Every power had gained something, but Yuan Ao Master had died. After going back to the human territory, Luo Feng and Ice Mountain Master immediately connected to the virtual universe and told Primal Chaos City Leader everything. The virtual universe, at the apex of Thunder Island. Luo Feng and Ice Mountain Master walked through the hallway side by side, looking pleased. Although the fight on the original star had made him famous, and even made him a Universe Master, Luo Feng knew that he was still only one of the weakest Universe Masters. The real reason he had killed all those Universe Knights was that he'd wanted to regain ownership of Earth and give it back to the Earthlings. The Earth was back now. The Earthlings had become a bloodline in the universe, just like Manka clan. The Earthlings had also become a royal bloodline. Luo Feng knew that he was still weak. He was still at a disadvantage with his Force Armor and Star Tower in front of Star River Master. Without that Star Tower, he was indeed one of the weakest. Fortunately, I went to the original secret region and found another path, thought Luo Feng. Shawu wings are very special and can control space and time. And I was lucky enough to get a top-tier domain-type true treasure, Flame Sand Cup. Miniature Universe, Shawu wings, and Flame Sand Cup. The combination of those 3 can definitely outpower a pinnacle domain-type true treasure and rival the best pinnacle domain-type true treasures. Perhaps only supreme true treasures would be able to suppress it. Under that move, my enemy's power will be at least 1 level weaker. Usually, the combination of Golden Country and Flame Domain can barely rival a pinnacle domain-type true treasure. At crucial times, I can use Miniature Universe, but 10% of my godly body will be consumed. When Luo Feng was still undying, it took 10% of his godly body, but now, Luo Feng could spend only 1%, or even just 0.1% of his godly body to perform it, although the power would be significantly weaker. Sadly, I only have one supreme technique, and it's an aiding technique like miniature universe, Luo Feng thought. If only I had an attack-type supreme technique. Beings like Star River Master and Ice Mountain Master all had attack-type supreme techniques. I was one of the weakest before, but luckily, I had force armor to protect myself. Now, I can at least suppress Skywolf Master. Luo Feng looked to the being sitting in the distance. He stopped thinking and walked toward him. Teacher. Brother, yelled Ice Mountain Master. Sit, said Primal Chaos City Leader, as he poured grape wine for Luo Feng and Ice Mountain Master. Luo Feng and Ice Mountain Master sat down. I can tell that you've gained a lot. Primal Chaos City Leader smiled. Good job, you two. Luo Feng, tell me everything that happened. Sure. Luo Feng nodded. Ice Mountain Master was aloof. He had gained quite a few fragments of the pulling traces diagram during the fight in Yuan Ao secret region, and he'd been helped by Luo Feng, so he was exceptionally nice to Luo Feng. I followed the orders of Doubleface Ancestral Cod, Luo Feng said, and began to share the details. Luo Feng knew the circumstances better than any other great being. After all, they had all joined after Luo Feng. Ice Mountain listened carefully. Luo Feng finished after a short while. 2 fragments of the pulling traces diagram. 5. Primal Chaos City Leader looked to Ice Mountain Master. Luo Feng's so humble, said Ice Mountain Master. If it weren't for his golden country, I wouldn't have gotten so many against all those universe masters. That golden country. It can control space and time, and it's even more powerful than a universe master's control over space and time. With my cold fog sector, it can rival a pinnacle domain-type true treasure. Golden country. Primal Chaos City Leader was thrilled. What golden country? Luo Feng, when did you gain a true treasure to control space and time? Brother, you're his teacher. Even you don't know. Ice Mountain Master smiled, as he rarely saw his brother surprised. I really don't know. Primal Chaos City Leader looked at Luo Feng. It's Shawu Wings, answered Luo Feng. Shawu Wings. Primal Chaos City Leader was awestruck. Luo Feng nodded. Yes. Shawu Wings. I got another true treasure wing on the original star by accident, and that pair of wings merged with the Shawu Wings. Together, they formed the wings I have now. Merged? It was a broken true treasure. Primal Chaos City Leader was shocked. A broken true treasure. Ice Mountain Master was surprised, too. No wonder, said Primal Chao City Leader. I got the Shawu Wings in Universe Ocean, and I felt that the material was special, but I couldn't tell that it was broken from the outside. I just thought it was a wing true treasure made of specialer material. It's a component. Usually, the power will be affected if it's only a component, but the Shawu Wings are perfect. It seems that true treasure is incredible. Luo Feng nodded. How's its power? Asked Primal Chaos City Leader. Shawu Wings can control space and time, said Luo Feng. Better than Universe Masters, but weaker than Universe Supreme Masters. It must be a top-tier true treasure. A top-tier true treasure. Primal Chaos City Leader exclaimed. It can control space and time, and it's special. It must be more precious than ordinary top-tier domain-type true treasures. Is the 4-winged true treasure complete? I don't think so, said Luo Feng. He had a different status now, so he didn't need to hide even if he had a pinnacle domain-type true treasure. Besides, the Shawu Wings had been given to him by his teacher, so Primal Chaos City Leader would know if he got the 3rd component. It would be best not to hide from him. It's not. Primal Chaos City Leader was surprised. So was Ice Mountain Master. It's not, he said. Primal Chaos City Leader smiled. It must be a top-tier pinnacle true treasure, and it's special as well. Luo Feng couldn't help asking, could it be a component of a supreme true treasure? A component. Primal Chaos City Leader couldn't help laughing. Luo Feng, all the supreme true treasures are perfect, and they're indestructible. Even in the lands of extremists, they can't be destroyed, which is why supreme true treasures are always born in one piece. Only owners of supreme true treasures can take parts of supreme true treasures. To break one. No one is able to do that. Luo Feng nodded. Supreme true treasures like Star Tower. Only Star Tower and Seal Stars could be taken out. As for breaking it, it was impossible. Brother, said Ice Mountain Master. Your disciple didn't just help with the fragments. He also suppressed Skywolf Master, who was using Dream Ancestor Domain, and got the Flame Sand Cup. Flame Sand Cup. Primal Chaos City Leader's eyes gleamed. By luck, said Luo Feng. Primal Chaos City Leader gazed at Luo Feng, looking confused. Not by luck. He shook his head. Luo Feng, I know that your godly power is weaker than other universe masters, and significantly weaker than Star River Master and me. However, if you're able to suppress Sky Wolf Master and get the Flame Sand Cup. We wanted to protect you and only send you to Universe Ocean after you became a Universe Master. But now, you can go. Luo Feng was dazed. Universe Ocean. Brother? Ice Mountain Master said, frowning. Primal Chaos City Leader shook his head at Ice Mountain Master and looked at Luo Feng. Universe Ocean is extremely dangerous, but some top-tier universe overlords will go there. You can go, but when you become a Universe Master, you'll be another pillar of the human race. We planned for you to go to Universe Ocean after you became a Universe Master, but you're stronger than we thought. You can go to Universe Ocean now. Comparatively, the original universe is only a cradle. A cradle that breeds and nurtures us. It's safe. Universe Ocean is the real war zone. Many supreme beings before the Great Incarnation, and even Universe Supreme Masters, are in Universe Ocean. He stared at Luo Feng. It's more dangerous, especially the lands of extremists. Even Universe Supreme Masters can die there. Luo Feng held his breath. That's where the great beings gather, continued Primal Chaos City Leader. Many true treasures and valuables are born in Universe Ocean. It takes an eternity for original stars to open, and the most precious one is a pinnacle domain type true treasure. As for the depths of the lands of extremists, there are many supreme true treasures and countless pinnacle true treasures. Of course, don't even go to the internal area, let alone the depths. You can only adventure in the outer area. You'll be sharpened there. The great beings before the Great Incarnation are all older than those in the original universe. Those ancient great beings are almighty, and fighting them can give you more inspiration, so that you can improve faster. Luo Feng nodded. The Great Incarnation. When the original universe was born, transformed, operated, got weak, and died, this was an incarnation. Everything in the original universe would be annihilated after one incarnation. After the original universe bred new races, it would be another incarnation. As for the great beings before the Great Incarnation, some of them were able to survive the Great Incarnation. Go back and prepare, said Primal Chaos City Leader. Send me all the information on the fragments of the pulling traces diagram. I'll send them to Huge Axe Founder. He and the virtual universe will determine how many contribution points you can get. Luo Feng nodded. He had made great contributions this time, but Primal Chaos City Leader didn't have the authority to determine that. Brother, Luo Feng made the greater contribution this time, said Ice Mountain Master. Without him, we wouldn't even know about the Yuan Ao secret region. I gained the 5 fragments with the help of Luo Feng. If it weren't for the power of Uncle, I would be useless, said Luo Feng. Relax. Our race will treat contributors fairly. Primal Chaos City Leader smiled. Luo Feng, make some preparations. Universe Ocean is not a cradle like the original universe. Yes. Luo Feng answered. Universe Ocean. Luo Feng whispered. He was looked forward to it. Universe Ocean was boundless. No universe supreme masters were able to find the end of it. There was chaos airflow in universe ocean, and the original universe was known to be the largest celestial body there. It was unbelievably large. Aside from the original universe, there were some other small universes. These small universes were less than 1/1000th the size of the original universe. It was like an ocean compared to a drop of water. There was a small universe, 10 billion light-years away from the original universe. Inside the small universe, the plan was made, a towering iron being said. He had a pair of eyes that were on fire, eyes more terrific than billions of stars combined. The naive beings in the original universe didn't suspect anything, but they tried to get the valuables. I gave up that soul slave Yuan Ao master. I didn't want to, but he didn't make it. And how lay through the strange object, the godly wood. But it's all worth it. The power trembled the ground. Don't celebrate now, a crawling, mountainous being covered with brown rocks growled. It's just the start. We need to wait for the harvest. Yes. A lightning giant phantom was in the sky. There were lightning balls in the chest, each of which was like a star. This era is our last chance, he said. If we can't seize it, we'll die, and so will our race. Silence. The three great beings remained silent for a long time. We've set our plan, and we're fully prepared, said the lightning giant. We sacrificed a lot, and we must succeed. For eternity, for race, we must succeed. For eternity, for race, said the crawling, mountainous being. For eternity, for race, said the iron being. The voices rang with absolute determination. This video will end here.